We always say that the band is larger than any one person.
John Waters moves on.
Steve Irwin had crocodiles, Jack Hanna had Africa, and I had my backyard.
An Ohio State alum pursues his passion.
And the Buckeyes prepare to play under the brand new lights at Ohio Stadium.
That's all right here on Buckeye News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Rithika Shah.
And I'm Ariana Bernard. You're watching Buckeye News Now.
It's been over a month since former Ohio State marching band director John Waters was fired after an investigative report found a sexualized culture within the band. I sat down with Waters Wednesday morning and spoke to him about moving on from the controversy, what he's been up to since then, and what his plans are going forward. It's been over a month. How are you feeling? How has the post-investigation process affected your life with all the media attention? How are you and your family dealing with that?
Well, you know, the band was indeed linked to my soul, my very soul. And to have that pulled away and pulled out, I just feel an emptiness inside. I really do. You know, I had the best job in America. And I think very few people can say that. How many people in their lives can say, I go to work every day loving, absolutely loving what I do? And that was, I think, you know, something that is a reminder really every day for me that I don't get to do that anymore.
So your extended family here, the students at Ohio State, the administration, they want to know, what have you been up to?
I work every day to continue to try to clear the names of the students who were attacked, the names of the thousands of alums who were attacked, and myself. And so those are the things that kind of occupy my day. You know, when our students walk out into the community, I want them to be able to wear that Ohio State marching band shirt with pride. I want them to be able to wear Ohio State marching band gear and when they're in uniform, not have people wonder as they march by, were they part of this, as the university describes it, sexualized culture?
The university has been adamant in saying they're not giving you your job back, and since it's been over a month since this investigation, it seems like you're running out of options.
You know, in terms of a lawsuit, I am, that's not my makeup. I'm not a sue person, and you know, this is the first talk of legal activity that I've ever been involved in my life. And so, no, I don't want to sue Ohio State. I love this university. But we are looking at all the options. And, you know, we're not on a definite timeline here, but we are looking at all the options.
4 to 6 months for a new band director, and you mentioned earlier that you don't have a definite timeline for taking any legal action, looking for a different job. The university definitely has a timeline. How are you going to integrate both of those pieces?
Well, you know, that's a fair question and a good question, and I think it's kind of a day-by-day thing. You know, we don't necessarily, you know, have a plan that by the end of this week we're going to do this, and by the end of next week and next month. There's not that kind of plan.
Do you think the interim directors and potentially a new director in that amount of time will lead the band the same way?
You know, we always say that the band is larger than any one person. And I'll be the first to say that. The band will continue to perform wonderfully. The students will continue to be the wonderful students that they are, not the ones represented in that report. And the students will represent our university with great class pride and dignity. And so the band will move on.
For the full interview, visit thelantern.com and click on Lantern TV.
Tuition isn't cheap, and students are paying top dollar to go to college, but students at Ohio State can breathe a sigh of relief. The Board of Trustees has frozen in-state tuition for the past 2 years at just over $10,000, making it the 5th lowest in-state tuition in the Big Ten. Like Ohio State, the University of Minnesota and the University of Nebraska also froze their tuition, but others in the Big Ten raised their in-state averages by nearly 2%. Coming up, how new tattoo and piercing regulations will affect you. And a man on a mission makes a pit stop on campus in his trek across the country. Find out why next on Buckeye News Now.
Raincoats, boots, and umbrellas made their first appearance on campus this week.
Yes, and my umbrella definitely came in handy with all those showers on Tuesday, but hopefully we can put them away for the home football game this Saturday.
Our meteorologist, John Bangoff, joins us now. John, what's the rain looking like this week?
Thanks, Ritika and Ariana. I'm meteorologist John Banghoff. Good afternoon to all of you. As we head outside this afternoon, going to be about 87 degrees for our eventual high winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. A pretty humid day in store. Heading into this evening, partly cloudy skies remain, a low of about 68 degrees. Those winds are going to continue, and as we head into tomorrow, the clear skies are going to allow for the temperature to continue to rise. High humidity, about 89 degrees. It could even approach 90. A 20% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms because of how hot and humid it is. Just going to be pop-ups as we head through the day tomorrow. For your Friday evening, we're going to drop down to about 67 degrees. It's going to be about a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy skies. Then as we head into your day on Saturday, that's when we get the best chance for rain. We're calling for a 70% chance of rain, a high of only 76 degrees. Now the question you may be asking, with rain on Saturday, what's it going to look like for the Ohio State game Saturday evening? I expect the showers to move out of our area by 8 o'clock kickoff. I expect it to be about 75 degrees, and by the end of the game, the skies will begin to clear. We'll drop down to about 64 degrees. It will feel very fall-like, and it'll be perfect football weather. Heading into your Saturday evening, we'll drop all the way down to 55 degrees. Go ahead and open up the windows when you get home. Partly cloudy skies, and then for your day on Sunday, a perfect day. Mostly sunny skies, a high of 75 degrees, and a glimpse of fall. Heading into your Sunday evening, we drop even lower, down to 53 degrees, mostly clear skies. And guys, it looks like we have a more mild pattern here for the next couple of days. I'm meteorologist John Banghoff. Back to you guys in the studio.
Norman Horn is on a quest to raise awareness and funds for pediatric cancer. Literally, the founder of Coast to Coast for the Kids is hiking across the country from San Francisco to Atlantic City to put pediatric cancer on the national map. On Wednesday, Norman met students at the Ohio Union to walk with them to the Browning Amphitheater near Mirror Lake as he shared his story.
There were a lot of reasons to not walk, and biking, and I could just drive a car and do events all over the country if I wanted, but I wanted to grab people's attention and do it as slow as I could so I could meet that many more people, that much more awareness, that many more efforts along the way.
From one end of South Campus to another, a $1 million renovation is coming to Marketplace on Neal Avenue, and it looks like you might have more options to spend your blocks on next semester. The new and improved Marketplace will include a sushi bar, more fruit and vegetable options, and a Coke Freestyle machine. The dining location will close around Thanksgiving time, but will reopen for spring semester.
It's going to really affect me because I live in Scholars East. It's like 3 buildings down. So the fact that I can't just walk out my back door and come here real quick, it's going to be kind of disappointing. But at the same time, sounding that it's going to be nicely renovated, I'm pretty excited.
Tattoo and piercing laws may look a bit different for new customers this week. New regulations on sterilization methods and sexual harassment of minors went into effect this Monday. Lantern TV reporter Melissa Prax went to a local tattoo and piercing parlor to find out how these new regulations will affect tattoo and piercing trends near campus.
Carmela Ablita has been a tattoo artist for 26 years.
I've been a tattooist since 1988. I came to Columbus in 94, and I've been here at Body Stain since 1990.
But since he's been at Body Stain, there's been little changes to Ohio tattoo laws, until now.
There isn't a whole lot of changes, just things need to be worded correctly.
Things like restrictions of guns to pierce nose and upper ear cartilage.
We never have it. No, we never believe in those guns. Ear piercing guns are like stapling. They're just shoving it through. People always pierce it with your disposable.
And while the law goes into effect September 1st, some shops like Body Stain, here just a short drive from campus, says they've been following the new rules for years.
Us, we've always been disposable. We've always been new needles, so it doesn't really affect anything we're doing already.
The rules are set into place by the Ohio Health Department, mainly from the increase in young people getting tattoos and piercings. Ablita says the trend is caused by what college-age students see.
TV shows, it's just more widely accepted. It's not looked at as so taboo anymore. And yeah, it's just the artwork has drastically improved.
The revamped rules will also affect ear-piercing kiosks and shops at malls across Ohio. Melissa Prax, Lantern TV.
Next on Buckeye News Now, we've got the scoop on an OSU alum who's taking his love for the wild to the internet.
And the first home game of the season is upon us. What you can expect from the Buckeyes this Saturday.
Stay with us.
He started in his backyard and now he's on the internet. Ohio State alum Coyote Peterson has loved animals since he was a kid, but is now turning his passion into an online adventure series taking place all over the world. Lantern multimedia editor Chelsea Spears went on a little adventure of her own to bring you more on this story.
Steve Irwin had crocodiles, Jack Hanna had Africa, and I had my backyard.
He's called Coyote, but in the wild,
We may come across some of my coyote family.
he's calling all types of different animals. Coyote Peterson started loving animals when he was just a little kid.
I used to have a stuffed animal, largemouth bass, when I was a little kid. I loved them so much.
Now he's turned that passion into a profession. Coyote is an OSU alum and set to be the star of Breaking Trail, an instant adventure series where he treks into some of the wildest parts of America with just some basic survival gear
For my boots, knives, pack, hat, socks, all of it.
and his camera crew.
The first season covers a good spread of like swamp, like Ohio land, desert, and then of course the mountains of Montana type areas.
The show debuts mid-September and features everything from bullfrogs to snapping turtles.
Anything is fair game.
In the show, Coyote catches the animals, admires them, and then releases the critters back into the wild, saying,
Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure.
For the Lantern TV, I'm Chelsea Spears.
We are now joined in studio by our sports director, Hayden Grove, who has a scoop on Ohio State's first home football game this Saturday.
Thanks so much, Ariana. Well, as we've all heard about for a while now, the Buckeyes are set to show off the newly renovated and newly lighted Ohio Stadium on Saturday night against Virginia Tech. And we headed over to the Woody Hayes Athletic Center on Wednesday to gauge the thoughts of the team as they head into this highly anticipated matchup with the Hokies.
I'm very hyped, you know, a night game in the shoe, brand new lights put up. It's going to be a very pretty environment. You know, it's a great team coming in, so there's a lot to hope for. And, you know, for this pass defense, we got a lot to show.
Craziness. I can see a whole bunch of red and, you know, basically just a lot of people screaming and, you know, a lot of excitement.
With the big battle against Virginia Tech looming, there's no doubt the Buckeyes are excited to play in front of their home fans under the lights of Ohio Stadium, but it seems as if the Ohio State defense might be more excited about not having to face the triple option than they are about the atmosphere on Saturday night.
No, you gotta respect Navy and those guys. Yeah, triple option. Really want to go challenge the DBs and not. But you know, VTech, they can throw anything at you.
Definitely a lot more film study compared to last week. You know, you can't really study a team that, you know, runs a lot of triple option. You just got to read your keys and react. This week you can read your keys and you know, you can watch a lot more film and learn tendencies.
The Hokies may run a much more conventional offensive attack, which might be a bit more comfortable in terms of Ohio State's preparation, but that certainly doesn't suggest that the Buckeyes respect Virginia Tech any less than they did the Navy.
It's a tricky team. You know, they play that beamer ball and everything. You never know what to expect. You just got to be alert and reading all your keys.
Expect for them to come out and be very sound, very aggressive defense, and, you know, special teams, everything. They're a pretty balanced team, you know, so that's all I've been saying ever since I've been younger, and, you know, especially with beamer ball and, you know, Bud Foster and his defense.
At the end of the day, while the Buckeyes may be prepared for what Virginia Tech might throw their way, they also know that a contest between two traditional programs such as these will be a battle from kickoff to the final whistle.
Like I said, they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder, so we're going to go in the game with a chip on ours. So it's going to be one great game, and, you know, best team that fights the longest is going to win.
Just one quick note, guys. With the many extra fans who will be coming to Saturday's contest, thanks to the added seating, Ohio State is implementing a policy in which fans can alert police and stadium security if those around them are too rowdy. But don't you worry, Athletic Director Gene Smith says fans will undoubtedly be able to continue cheering on the Bucks, so that shouldn't be too big a problem. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Hayden. That's all we have for you this week on Buckeye News Now.
Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and our brand new Instagram.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.